So if you are jumping on one of the live streams, welcome and good morning. It is 8:30-ish my time. And you guys are seeing my scrap paper. I got notes. Let's see. All right. Let's get started. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be on Mac Masterminds live feed. It seems like that gets more people on, but this is early in the morning, and I'm not sure how many early birds there are. It's not really that early. But anyways, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about clickbait. I want to talk about prying on people's dreams and stuff like that. Notice how I said make $1 million selling on eBay. The truth. Let me see if I can back this up. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how far back I go. It wants to whatever. But anyways, let me make sure we don't have anyone live on anywhere else at this moment. But anyways, I want to talk about profit. I want to talk about what it takes to go into eBay and make some money. And I want to talk about the truth of some of these courses saying, hey, make this much money, or I'm going to show you how to make this much money, and I want to show you what to do here. I want to tell you the truth before you make a decision. The last one I seen was how to make $5,000 a month profit on eBay. And then I want to go into that in a little bit. I want to go into that exact thing that made me do this. But let's get into basic math. Math 101. You learn this in grade school, what it takes. Okay? So let's say you want to make $5,000 a month profit. That is a decent living. It's $60,000 a year. Now you are going to have to pay taxes on that, so it will not be $60,000 to you. But anyways, let's just say $60,000. We're not even talking taxes yet, okay? We're talking basic numbers with the items, the fees, and what you get to bring home, okay? We're not even going to get into how much time it takes you to find this stuff, okay? To make a $5,000 a month profit is going to be a little more difficult than people think, okay? Now, let's say you're buying phones. We're going to take it in flipping phones, okay? We're going to take that only, and we're going to focus on it. If your average sale for each phone was $500, and you were doubling that initial investment of $250 and selling it for $500. So you're buying a phone for $250, you were selling it at $500. Now I know everyone's gonna let me. You can't do that often. I know that's where we're getting at. Okay. So if you are gonna sell, let's say you're gonna get $250 phones and sell them for $500. You sell at $500, you sell 20 phones a month. That's a $10,000 sale or cash flow. So at 20 sales at $500 is $10,000, okay? You're like, I had a $10,000 month. Now let's just go basic math, okay? So this is doubling every sale, and you know that this is almost impossible to do. We already know this, okay? So you have a $10,000 month minus the 2.6% that PayPal is going to take. That's $260. $10,000 in sales is going to cost you 10% on eBay. That's $1,000. So you're already down to $8,800. So you had a $10,000 a month sales, and after just the eBay fees and the PayPal fees, you're down to $8,800. Now Oh, we forgot that you paid $5,000 for that cash flow, the product. So you got to take that $5,000 out. You're at $3,800. Now you're going to be telling me, like, Gary, well, $3,800 a year or a month is really good money. Fair enough, but we know in the phone flipping area of flipping, or any area of flipping, buying a phone for $250 every single time and selling it for $500 every single time is not going to happen. Okay, so that little formula I did was just basic to show you guys how easy it is with easy numbers. If you buy a phone for $250, you sell it for $500, so your average sale on eBay is $500. Your average cost for that phone is $250. You need 20 phones to be sold to make your $10,000 month. Now, your $10,000 month, you're going to be paying PayPal and eBay $1,260. So it went down to $8,800 positive cash flow in your pocket. Now, that's $5,000 you got to take out because that was your initial investment. You made $3,800. That's in a perfect world. It doesn't happen that way. And a lot of these people are telling you this is where it happens. So at a $5,000 investment, you're going to make $3,800, and that's if you sell 20 phones at $500. And we all know that's a tough move. That is a tough move. Okay? But let's get into reality. Okay? Most of these people are saying, let's buy phones and make $100 profit on each phone. After everything, let's go ahead and make $100 profit, okay, in my pocket. Okay, this is going to be fun. So if we make $100 profit off each phone, okay, you need to sell. Well, let's see. I wrote down in my notes a little bit backwards. I wrote my notes on another piece of paper. Okay, but anyways, let's just say we make $100 profit off each phone. We need to sell 50 phones. Let's just go basic math again. I was really getting into it, but we have to sell 50 phones, okay, to make your $5,000 a month profit. If someone's figuring it afterwards, okay, after your fees, after everything. You make $100 take home, and you got that in your pocket. That is yours, free and clear. And we're not talking about taxes yet. Free and clear, you got to sell 50 phones. That's basic math. 50 times 100 is $5,000. Am I correct? Okay. Now, how many of these phones are going to cost you $80? To get that one where you're going to make $100 profit, you're going to be probably spending around $250. You're going to buy a $250 phone to sell it for $350 to $400. And the $400 phone is going to cost you about $50 in fees and blah, blah, blah. So you're going to be making your $100 profit. Here's the big thing. At 50 phones, you got to move to make your $5,000 profit at making $100 per phone. You have to spend $12,500 that month to make it. So your sales that month is going to be $17,500 to make your $5,000 a month profit. If you're making $100 per phone. The numbers are just insane. Yes, that sale looks great. It's like I made $17,000 in sales. Wow. You're making $100 per phone to make your $5,000. That's why going after $100 per phone is not the smart thing to do if you're trying to go after a certain amount per profit per month. Now, most people can live on, if you sell one phone a day, that'd be 30 phones average, 31, 30 phones, and $100 a piece, that's $3,000 a month. Most single families can live off $3,000 a month. Even couples can live off $3,000 a month. Okay? But to tell someone, hey, this is how easy it is to get to $5,000 a month profit, it's difficult. It's difficult because they're not telling you what it's going to take to invest to get to that $5,000. It's going to take $12,500 in purchasing phones to get to that $5,000 a month profit. And that's at an average of $250 per phone you purchase. And that's going off what I've seen these course people say. I bought this phone for $250. I bought this one for $320. I'm going to make $100 profit. I'm going to make $100 profit on this one. I bought this one for $225. I'm going to make $100 profit on this one. So I averaged it and just said $250. You have to invest $12,500 to make $5,000. You got to do that every month. And I agree, Josh Mack. I totally agree with that. But this is why I tell people that sometimes these courses are clickbait. They're working on it. Just like I guarantee on my YouTube channel, I don't have that many subscribers, but this YouTube video I put up saying make $1 million on eBay, people are going to click it just to see what I'm saying. They're just going to see what I'm saying, and then now they're going to see what I'm saying. It's not really true, but I could put a nice little spin on this and get you to send me your money so I could teach you how to make $5,000 a month on eBay. To make $5,000 a month profit on eBay takes time. And with our new radio station that I'm starting, or radio show, should I say, on the internet, I'm going to have Craig, the Craigslist hunter, Pete, on, and he's going to talk about how hard it is to get there, how hard it is to get to that level. I want to speak on that because a lot of these people are saying, we have a $10,000 a month salesperson, you know, and they're making 30% profit. That's $3,000 a month. And I guarantee people aren't doing this for 5 hours a week. I promise you, if you actually, every single time you jump on your phone to look for more phones, or you get on your internet, if you time yourself to replying to people, doing this, meetups and all that, I guarantee it's more than 5 hours a week. I promise you. I do it. I know it's more than 5 hours a week. But yes, you have more time to do other stuff. I just don't like the hidden part. What you skid about this phone stuff is that it's going to get oversaturated, such as drop shipping with all the BS courses. Well, I agree. The BS courses are, how do I put it without putting down people? Because I do like the people that give the courses. I get that they're trying to brand themselves and sell something that they know. But I don't like how they trick people into spending their money. Like taking pictures in front of cars that are not theirs, stuff like that. David did it at first, but then he let on. David of the eBay mastermind or whatever he wants to call himself, I forget, was at Tai Lopez's house, and in one of his videos he was taking a picture of him in front of some Ferraris, I think it was. But then he was like, "Oh, they're not mine." But people do that. They'll go outside and they'll take pictures of other people's cars to show you, say, look what I did. You get what I'm saying? And that's not true to say, hey, let's get to this level. It's just not. But is it going to get oversaturated? I doubt it. I'm going to give you a reason why. It's not going to get oversaturated. I see this a lot in reselling. My 20 years of reselling, the thrift store thing's happening again. And I've seen this happen probably around 5 to 6 times in my last 20 years. Where people say it's done, the thrift stores are over, they're charging too much, it just doesn't, I don't get it, I'm not going to make money, so I'm not going to do it. The weak fall out of the game. Thrift stores aren't over. I just went there the other day and I picked up a monopod that sells for $60 brand new. A monopod's for cameras. It's just like a stick, seriously. But it goes for $60 brand new. It was brand new. I picked up for $4. And literally, I just stopped there. There it is. I pick up handy cams. I pick up VCRs that sell for good money. So the BS courses are all the same. They're all telling you the same thing. I do get a little upset that some of these courses are telling you guys to go around rules, when if you just follow the rules, you would make a lot more money. It will happen to get full of kids and people trying to get the easy money watching for presentation of these courses and buying them. Yes, I still don't think it's going to get oversaturated, because this is why I say it's not going to. Everyone's got cell phones, every single person. Okay, I mean, I want to say it's probably a good 10% of people that don't have cell phones. And like me, I own this cell phone. This is the Note 8. I'm going to be picking up my Note 9 here soon. Now, most people will trade this phone in, and they do their leasing and stuff. That has more danger of killing the market than people like me that says, I own this. I'm going to go get my other phone, and I'm going to keep this in a drawer. So is it going to hurt a little bit? Possibly. I think the machines hurt us more than people like us that offer a certain amount of money for phones. That's why I tell people that phone flipping is not it. These people that are making these courses don't just sell cell phones. They're telling you that they just sell cell phones, or they're saying that they sell cell phones. That's it, but they don't. I think David's the one that says it the most, that he sells other electronics. He'll sell laptops, MacBooks, iPods. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I sell everything. If I'm at a thrift store, if I'm at a garage sale, if I'm anywhere, I'm going to look for anything I can flip. Yes, you're right. They sell themselves more than, honestly, that's what you got to do in sales, period. They sell themselves. And I don't hate on them for that. I tell people, you're going to brand yourself, you're going to brand yourself. Like friends of mine, Rally Roots on YouTube, sells a course, how to sell on eBay and Amazon. But they do it more of, you sell everything. You sell whatever you can get a hold of. They found a way to brand themselves. That's what it comes down to. They found a way to brand themselves, to have people pay them money so they can talk to them. The thing is it's like being a car salesman. I sold cars way back in 2000. And when you're trained to sell cars, they say, don't lie, just don't give them all the information. And that's what these courses kind of do. They're going to say, you can make this much money. You can make this. Look at $10,000 in sales. They're not saying this person made $2,200 this month. They're not telling you this person made $2,200 this month, but his sales was $8,000. They're not going to tell you that $2,200 don't sound all big and bad. It's $10,000, $15,000, $30,000. I have not seen one of these course people say anything about taxes, insurance. They're telling these people, go out and sell $10,000 a month, and you're going to be great. Has anyone else ever just looked up self-employment insurance? So you have health insurance? Has anyone? No one's even said anything about it. Not one person. I'm going to tell you this right now. When I worked for somebody, and I have a family of 2 kids, my wife and me, and I was here, I was paying $1,000 a month insurance to get insurance through the company I worked for. Now, some people are going to be, I got better. I totally get it. If you clock in for somebody, you can get better. I clocked in for somebody, that's what I had to pay. My daughter is type 1 diabetic, so I don't know if that has anything to do with insurance costs. I have no clue. But just to get insurance, if you have kids, you have to think of this. Taxes. So selling $10,000 a month to make $3,000 a month, let's say insurance, let's just say, and I know it's going to be more, cost you $800 a month. You're down to $2,200 a month. If your rent or your house payment is $700 a month, you see how this starts going down where you're making nothing. And insurance is a big deal, and taxes are a big deal. Taxes are huge. And I'm not seeing any of these people bring up any of this. I agree. You should keep your part-time job or a full-time job until you're making enough, because, I mean, to give an example, the first time I hit $100,000, I thought I was doing great, and I filed my taxes. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I messed up. I did. I try to do them myself. I try to do my own taxes, and oh my, I probably missed stuff I could claim. I probably missed stuff that I could have saved some money here or there. Wow. So now these are the steps I'm trying to tell you guys so you guys don't fail. I don't want to see you guys fail. I didn't have anyone be able to take me by the hand and say, hey, do this. And I know you guys don't either. We're all out there kind of alone, but we got to help each other. Taxes can hurt you. The bill of sale, I am tired of seeing people say, these course people saying the bill of sale is a scare tactic. It is not. The bill of sale is not for theft as much as it is for tax purposes. I am telling you this right now. If you are audited and all you have is a piece of paper that you wrote down, I paid this for this phone, you get the wrong auditor, oh, they're like, that's not good enough for me. Where's your proof? I want invoices. I want invoices that this cost you this much money. And that's what a bill of sale is an invoice. So now, if let's say you don't do any bill of sales, nothing, and you're doing $10,000 a month, but you're only making $3,000 profit a month, you get audited at the end of the year and you have 11 months in, that's $110,000 that the IRS is going to say you made profit. You're paying taxes on that. There went your 30 grand. It's gone. I promise you, it's gone. So I recommend people to talk to an accountant. Don't go to H&R Block. Talk to an accountant. Talk to an accountant. And if you're going to be in business for yourself, get a lawyer. You're going to need one. And it's not because you're doing bad. You're just going to need a lawyer. You're going to need a lawyer to bounce things off of. These courses don't tell you the reality of it. They fly off the money. They fly off your dream of $10,000 a month. And I totally get it. But if you talk to any of them, they're selling you a course on how to flip phones or how to flip whatever. They're charging you $500, $600, $1,000 to do that course. And the cost of the course is not the problem, to tell you the truth. The cost of let's say it's $1,000 a month. If that helps you make an extra $2,000 a month, it's worth it. But they're not giving you all the information. They're giving you half the information. And they're only giving you the information that is good. They're telling you how to place the ads, which is awesome. They're telling you how to get around rules. I don't agree with it. They tell you how to follow the rules and get by. They're not telling you about the back end of it. The back end that can take down a person instantly. You mess up on your taxes, you don't pay your taxes, I guarantee the IRS does not forget. They'll come after you. I just keep seeing these people say, make this much money. I got so many notes. I'm a note taker, guys, and I recommend being a note taker. If I was you, write down stuff if you got, or record your voice if you got a voice recorder when you have ideas. But if you go off $100 a month, or $100 a phone, you're going to try to make $100 a phone. You have to sell 50 phones, like I said, 50 phones. And if your average cost of them phones is $250 to make that $100 profit, that's $12,500 initial investment you need. That's insane to me. But let's even go where you're making 30%, 33% margin. Let's knock it down to $200. You know, that $200 is still, a big amount of money. It's just insane. And like I said, I'm not against the courses. I'm not against them. The courses do give information. They give information on how to do certain things, and they, the mistakes and all this other stuff. I've seen course members go off on other course members because they were banned from eBay and all this. It's not the mistake that you make that defines you. It's how you fix that mistake, okay? And I think in a business, your foundation is your most important part. When you're trying to be an entrepreneur, your foundation is more important than selling the stuff. If you don't have a good foundation, you could sell stuff all day. But when it comes time that you got to settle in, you're going to fall. The foundation is knowing how you're going to file your taxes, knowing where you're going to get your insurance. In America, you get fined if you don't have insurance. And then if you're telling the government that you don't make enough money, and then you end up getting, through eBay and PayPal, you get 1099 saying, well, you did $10,000 a month in sales. It's going to throw some red flags. So you got to have these ducks in a row, guys. You have to have these ducks in a row. And I just, to hit $5,000 a month profit on eBay is a very difficult thing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. It's not as easy as looking online and doing this. Now, there are going to be people, maybe even watching the chat right now, saying, Gary, I do it every month. Yes, there are people like you and me that hit $5,000. It's not a big deal. but we didn't start there. We didn't go, I'm going to sell on eBay now. That's what I'm going to do. And we start selling $20,000 on eBay. It's just not how it works. And there's people watching us right now that's just starting out that need to know the truth. You're not going to do it tomorrow. You're not going to do it the next day. It takes hard work to get to that level. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes time and planning. That's another thing. I don't see any of these people in the courses saying how to write a business plan. Not one. Not one says, here's how to do a business plan. Now, I have seen them talk about goals. Okay, I have seen them talk about goals. Goals are great. I like goals. I say write your goals on the board in front of you somewhere where you're going to see it all times and look at them goals every day. When you accomplish one, cross it off, put another goal up. All a plan is a written down step-by-step how to get to them goals. That's all it is. But not one person's talked about how to do a business plan. So if you don't have a plan, you hit a speed bump, you have nothing to go back to and say, well, this is what we're going to do. You're fly by night. You're going to fail. And failure's not bad, but it's just, how can I say, how can I tell you how to invest your money, but not give you a foundation? I don't get that. I'm going to tell you to go out and spend $12,500 of your money to make $100 per phone to go ahead and make $5,000 a month profit. I'm going to be honest to you guys right now. $5,000 a month profit sounds awesome, doesn't it? It's not that much money in today's age. Now, it does matter where you live. If you live in California, some cities, $5,000 a month is poverty. But you live in Wisconsin, where I live, $5,000 a month is pretty decent. I mean, there's people that dream to make $5,000 a month here. What I'm saying is make a business plan, find out what you need to do, because your needs are going to be different. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because no one else does. No one else in these courses do. We all sell something different. I'm going to give you a rundown of what I sell. And is there a way I teach you about all this? There's none. There's no way. But I have sold in the past, and I sell to this day, clothing. In clothing, I sell jeans, lots of jeans, shoes, shirts, sweatshirts, vintage sweatshirts, shoestrings, yes, ties. We go into electronics. I sell laptops and MacBooks, desktop computers, video cards, RAM, hard drives, cables. I scrap cases. I sell cases. When I get into cell phones, I sell cell phones, smartphones, flip phones, chargers, cords, motherboards, charging ports, screens, the glass backs to the new phones. I sell all that. Now I'm going to turn around and we'll go into, let's see what else. VCRs, DVD players, Blu-ray players, the little net boxes. I call them net boxes, but there's Roku, and there's a Netgear one, and there's a bunch of different ones. Amazon Fire Sticks. I sell all that stuff. I sell programming for those. I program my own stuff for those. I sell TVs. Let's see, video games, vintage to new video games. Let me look around my room real quick, get more stuff. Video games, tools. I sell tools for repairing. I mean, I can grab stuff all day. Like I can go up here and I got old DSs. See, these are this DS here. I don't know what's wrong with it. Something's wrong with it because I started taking parts off it for other ones. I sell PSPs. Let's see. Cameras, old cameras like these. These are worth like $30 a piece. I get them for $1. Let's see what else I got. Let me see here. You guys heard I said I sell flip phones. Here, look at. People are, well, no, this is not a flip phone. I'm sorry. I was trying to flip it. I didn't look at it. I sell old phones like this. People are like, why do you get these? I get these for free. For free. I box these up, put like 20 of them together and sell them online for $49.99. And I get them for free. So the shipping on them cost me, I don't know, $7. So I make $40 profit basically. I'm gonna say 37 after fees and everything. I get them for free. Mini tape recorders, Walkmans. This one here is actually worth about 30, but it's only worth 20 because this back is broke and it's actually the part here, so I can't fix it. So I'm going to put it up for $20. I paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale. Guys, that's how you make it. It's the smalls. And when I say smalls, don't go out and spend buy stuff that sells for $7. I like keeping my average ticket on my eBay accounts at $25 to $30. That's where I try to keep it. Now, do I sell $20 items? Sure do. But my average, I try to keep it around $25 to $30. If I get up to $50 on one of my eBay accounts, that's amazing. But I want to try to keep my average ticket high. That's another thing that you want to try to do. And with phone flipping, you're always going to have a high average ticket. But there's more risk involved when you're selling phones on eBay. I don't care what any course member says. I just don't care. You're going to have some issues. You're going to have that issue where you need a bill of sale. Someone says, Kish had an issue on eBay, and someone told me that the bill of sale didn't save him. Kish was selling bad ESN phones, and it isn't against eBay's rules. And I still say if Kish called back and got someone different, he would be able to sell bad ESN phones again. iCloud lock phones are banned from being sold on eBay. They do not like it. They do not like bad ESN phones, but it's not in their policy yet. Now, soon it might change. They might put it in their policy. But I'm telling you, eBay isn't just about phone flipping, so they got other stuff they're doing. But they do not want iCloud lock phones. They do not want finance phones. But iCloud lock's already in the policy, but they don't want finance phones. And when I talk to them, I've called a lot of times, they say that they can't differentiate between a finance phone and just a bad ESN phone. Well, a bad ESN phone is, one, it's either lost or stolen, or it hasn't been paid off, or it's tied to an account that hasn't been paid off. Okay? So if they get bad ESN phones put on there, it's going to change the market. It is. And I hope it doesn't. I think it's stupid. I think the phones are already out there, so whatever. But iCloud lock phones, they don't allow, they don't want them. And there's a way to report them. I'm not a person that goes through and reports them. I won't do it. I let their system handle it. But these courses just don't tell you all the information, and the back end information is the most important. I mean, like I said, to get to $5,000 a month when your average cost is $200, $250 per phone, you're making $100 profit per phone, you have to have an initial investment of $12,500. No, it doesn't have to be up front. You could start, and when you sell a phone, go buy more phones, sell a phone, and go buy more phones, and sell a phone and buy more phones. But like Josh is doing, he's working a part-time job to let his stuff build up. That's the way it is. So he can have that $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 capital to work with, and then you can be dangerous. That's another thing. Capital is a must. You got to have capital. I know that they say take $1, and I think David says take $1 or $5, turn into $1,000 in 30 days. I'm going to tell you something about human nature. If you make money slowly in little brackets, it's easier to spend that money, make it go away. So, I made $80 today. Cool. I had to get gas. I had to buy food. I had to buy this. It's gone. I made $5,000 today. I had to buy gas, and it's still there the next day. You have a big, big chunk of it still there. Unless you're one of them shoppers that go out. But everyday tasks and everyday bills kind of eat up at them little chunks. Okay? But when you start getting the big chunks is when you start seeing, you can put away. That's why I do recommend that you keep your job. You do not go until here's my way. And I'm going to give you guys one of the biggest pieces of advice an entrepreneur told me a long time ago. And this is huge. Never quit your job and go into business yourself until you have 6 months of your bills paid. Now, I say a year. Now that I've been doing it, but 6 months. So if your bills are $2,500, you need $15,000 put away, set aside that you're not going to touch for your business. So you can live off it because your business will have ups and will have downs. So what that does is give you a cushion of 6 months. If your business doesn't make any money for 6 months, you can live off of it. Now, Josh, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, and I think you're already doing it. I think you already know what you're doing. When you're working a job and you're trying to start your own business, I recommend keep your job to pay your bills. Take every ounce of money that you make in your side business and put it back into your side business. Grow it fast. That doesn't mean you have to spend every nickel. Put it in the business. You put it in inventory. Put it in advertising. Put it, anywhere. Anything you can do. But don't use that money to pay your bills. Use your job money to pay bills. And then once you get that, like I said, if your bills are $2,500 a month, you need $15,000. In my opinion, you need $15,000 saved up. And that's 6 months of life money, just in case you have that down. And I mean, guys, this is important to me. This is important to tell you guys. I feel that you guys should know. So this is 101 foundation stuff. I know that people came from nothing. I'll give you guys my story. And I'm not trying to sell anything to you, so I'm going to give you guys my story. I come from a family that wasn't rich. I come from a divorced family. How many Americans come from divorced families? So it's nothing special. And I grew up where I'm going on 40 years old. But I grew up where my mom would give me food stamps, the actual paper ones, and go and pay for food at the grocery store across the street. And that's what I used to have to come home. My mom was a single mom after the divorce, and she worked a job. And I literally had to, when I went to school, I was in junior high, and they started an hour and a half before grade school did. Okay. And my siblings went to grade school. So I had to miss an hour and a half of school every day because my mom worked third shift and didn't get off until them kids went to school. So I had to sit there and watch them kids. And then my mom would take me to school. So every morning I would go to school an hour and a half late, and we had to work out stuff, and the school would put me in study hall in the morning or whatever I had to do. And if I missed part of a class, the teacher would put stuff aside. But anyways, to get to the point, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with everything under the sun. So today I don't need anything. I know what it's like to have nothing. But to continue, like I said, my family wasn't rich or nothing. My mom needed help getting a place, and so I co-signed for a home for her. At the time, I had a decent job. Well, she fell in the hardship, and I was a private investigator at the time. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm still a licensed private investigator to this day, but I don't use it. I don't do anything with it. But I did underage alcohol sales, and it made me travel out of state. And I was in, I forget where I was at. I honestly forget the city I was at, but the home I co-signed got taken away. And since I was a co-signer, I was trying to pay it off, and I started losing my stuff. I started selling this, trying to get and it bankrupted me. From that day forward, I said, this would never happen again. Okay. And I didn't have anyone be able to tell me do this, do that. But I was an entrepreneur at the same time. I was buying and selling. And I was a reptile breeder. And people like, what do you mean? I bred snakes. And it's like dealing drugs, but legal. Seriously, you can make a lot of money doing it. But that's what I did. Well, when I lost everything, I got out of the game for a little bit, and I came back, and I got my brother into the business. All my brother does for a living is breed snakes. That's all he does. He owns Pro Herps. I know someone's going to say herpes, but no, it's Pro Herps. Stands for herpiculture. And he owns that, and that's all he does is breed snakes. He's never worked a day in his life other than being an entrepreneur. I don't know his sales. I don't know, and that's his business. But that's all he does. He does drive nice vehicles. He does, whatever. And I went my own way after we split. I sold my half of my business because I used to own Pro Herps with him. I sold my half to him, and then I moved to Wisconsin and got married. Then we moved back to Ohio, and I opened up my first store, which was a thrift store. And that's where, the first retail spot. I was always selling on eBay. I was buying video games. I was in flea markets. I was here. I was there. And that first time I really felt that I was making a lot of money was when I opened that thrift store. It was a 14,000 square foot thrift store. It was just my wife and I and one friend that did it. And that one friend wouldn't take a nickel. We gave her stuff. She wouldn't let me pay her. And I was selling clothing out of there, and I had Goodwill calling me saying to raise my prices. I was selling shirts for 99 cents, jeans for $2.50. I did my electronic repair, computer repair out of there. I was selling cell phones, video games. I was renting video games out to kids. I had the kids come by and they would play video games in my store instead of being on the street. I had a blast. Well, my stepdaughter was pregnant. My wife wanted to move back here to Green Bay. So we moved to Green Bay. And now I'm here. And people say I'm in a small town. I can't do it. Green Bay is not big. Green Bay is not big at all. It's 102,000 people. Yeah, I think it's 102,000. And there's people like me all over, and I still get what I get. I'm not saying I beat them down. I still go out and I get what I get. And people bring me stuff all the time. So the point of the story is everyone has their backstory. Every single person's come from something. They had some speed bump in their life. They had something that almost put them down, made them upset, made them crash, made them think other things. But the big thing is you push through it and you get through it. And be honest. At all times, be honest. Being an entrepreneur takes a lot of work. And there's times that I want to go do something with my family, and I know if I don't do this, I'm not making enough money. Because I'm going to tell you another little trick. If you're making $3,000 a month, you're living off $3,000 a month. You're living that level. You make $10,000 a month, you're living that level. That's where that $15,000 I told you about putting aside comes in. Because you got to be able to pay your bills. You got to be able to pay your way. And if you're making $10,000 a month and you only got $10,000 in the bank and your bills come to $8,000 a month, you lose your income, you're done. You're going to lose everything. You always want to have a backup plan. And I don't care if you're a millionaire or not. If you're making $10 million a year, but your bills come to $9.9 million a year, you lose whatever's making you that $10 million a year, you're going to lose everything. You live on the level that you make. And I just don't see these courses telling people this. I just don't see the courses being honest about it. And I'm really upset about it. I'll tell you the truth. Because they don't talk about taxes. Taxes are a real thing, guys. Taxes are huge. They'll take a chunk out of you. Save every receipt. Save every receipt and put them in an envelope. I recommend this. Save every receipt, paperclip them together in like categories. Like these are my gas receipts. These are my clothing receipts. This is my electric bill. Yes, keep your electric bill, your internet bill. If you buy a computer part, keep that. Every single thing, and you categorize it and then put it into a folder for that month. And then when you go to your whoever's going to be doing your taxes, I recommend hiring a professional. Even if you're good with numbers, they're going to know the laws inside and out. Hand it to them. Say, these are all, they'll love you. You might not be able to claim everything, but at least you have it just in case. Okay? You can claim your clothing a percent, your gas or your mileage. You can claim your electricity. You can claim your internet bill. You can claim if you buy a new computer. You can claim, let's see what other type of stuff. Any ads you post that are money, like I run paid ads on Facebook, I can claim all that. Okay? I print up anything I buy. If you buy it online, you print it. I seen someone, I forget who it was, it might have been Kish, said to go out and buy a printer. He bought a printer. And I wish he would have talked to me first. Do not go out and buy a $30 ink printer to print up your labels on eBay. Go out and buy yourself a LaserJet, okay? I got one. I get like 20,000 sheets out of it before I got to change the toner, and the toner cost me $18. No joke. And I think the printer cost me $100. So the ink's going to end up costing you more money for an ink, and when all you need is black and white. Now, do I got a color printer too? Yes, but I don't use it for my business because nothing needs to be color. So don't go out and buy yourself a $30, $40 printer that takes ink that you're going to be spending. He said pennies on it. It comes at the worst time. Oh, I'm out of ink. Got to go spend it. Oh, they're $40 a cartridge. Oh, whatever. Buy yourself a laser. Get the toner. Buy a couple toners. I don't have a toner box around here. I thought I had just changed it. I threw away the toner box already. That's the little things that matter the most. It's the little things like the printer and toner. What program to use to keep track of your inventory. You want to keep track of your inventory. You just do. You don't want to just throw it on a desk and say, there it is. Don't be me where I buy phones. This is going to be funny. People are going to laugh at me now. This is for real. This is for real. This is stuff that not in my inventory. They either don't work, something's wrong with them. I got to part them out. I got to figure it out. They just sit in a little box over here. One of these days, I'll give a room tour. I got more. I think this went on a video the other day. There's nothing wrong with this thing. I got more. This is another shelf. I got tons and tons of phones. No one shows you this part. No one shows you the bad part, the broken part. So I'm going to let you guys go. I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I do ramble. But guys, $5,000 a month is hard to get to, but we can get you there. But it does take an investment, and we're going to go ahead and help you get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to get the plans for the radio shows done today. I got to call Pete and I got to call Rally Roots to see about getting them what days they can do. So, all right, guys, I am out, and I will talk to you later.